Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's time for encouragement. It's me, your boy, Comment Chat. Are you ready for some encouraging words? Are you ready for the word of the day? Are you ready for the quote of the day? Well, guess what? I got it. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday morning. I'm back with the encouragement series. It's your boy, Comment Chat. And before we get started into the word of the day and the quote of the day, I want you to do this for me. First, if this is your first time ever viewing my channel, I need you to subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload in the future. Also, give me that thumbs up. That's the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't ask me how. All I know that it does. And also, last but not least, leave a comment. Any comment that you leave, I will read and I will respond back to you in a quickly and timely manner. So let's go ahead and get it started. Today's word of the day is divisive. As you can see right here, divisive. Boom, shakalaka. I'm finally getting it right. Divisive is the word of the day. And of course, you know I like definitions. So let me go ahead and pull this definition up for you so I can make sure that you see what I'm talking about. And the definition of divisiveness is, boom, tending to cause disagreement or hostility between people. Tending to cause disagreement or hostility towards or between people. Divisive is an adjective that describes something that can cause great and sometimes unfriendly disagreement within a group of people. Whew. We see that all the time here, all the time in the world now. People are divisive. They're divided. They're drawing sides of the line. You got people that like this person, people that like this person. You got Christians, you got against sinners, you got this against that. It is dividing. Instead of in a world where we should be coming together and trying to help each other, we are more divided. The lines are being drawn every day in every shape, form, and fashion, every facet of our life. And I'm telling you, it's getting frustrating. What I said, and this was during the time of the Black Panther movie, this is my thoughts I had on it. The thought of the day. Well, the quote of the day is, geography, faith, intellect, and politics divides people if they allow it. So unless the people allow it, nothing can tear our world apart. Let me say that one more time. The quote of the day is, geography, faith, intellect, and politics divides people if they allow it. So unless the people allow it, that's us, the people, nothing can tear our world apart. If we stick to that, we will be stronger. We are much stronger together than we are apart. But a lot of times people can't see that because they want to see it there. I'm on this side, this, and this. This says this says that. They don't give a chance to try and look and talk things over, resolve things over in a peaceful manner. Nope. I'm on this side. The line is right here. I'm on the side of the black. I'm on the side of the white. I'm on the side of the brown. I'm on the side of the green. It's very divisive. And when you divide people up, man, all it does is cause a lot of controversy, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff. And sometimes if someone doesn't have a cool head, somebody has a lot of wisdom or knowledge in a particular situation, it can escalate to something that's terrible, and cause very negative repercussions, which we see it all the time here in the world. A profession that I see all the time when people are divided by sometimes very simple stuff, some very petty stuff that you would think that a rational, reasonable person would be able to sit down and talk about it in a civil manner, but it doesn't happen. The anger gets in there, and then the bullheadedness gets in there, and people points of view they want to change. They want to see other people's side of it, that their side is the correct side and the right side, and they don't want to compromise. So divided. The country is so divided now. It seems to be now where we were seeing there was some progress as far as the races trying to join one another and be on the same accord. Now we're seeing it a lot of times people are divided. I have a good friend of mine. We've been friends for 20-something years. We're always going to be friends, but he is definitely on one side of the line for as a presidential candidate. I'm on another side of the line. I'm not going to allow it, and he's not going to allow it to affect our friendship, but we have a healthy disagreement about, look, I just don't like this person because of ABC 1, 2, 3, but we are both able to talk about it in a rational manner. We both made a decision that, look, we're not going to allow this to affect our friendship. I think if more people do that, then this divisiveness would be at a bare minimum. But a lot of people are just too proud or just not going to do it or just too set in their ways, and they're not going to cross the line or try to see the other person's point of view, and that's why being divisive is such a bad thing, such a very strong and evil thing. And the devil he's using that to his advantage. This word seems to be gaining, the word divisive. This is what I wrote. My thoughts on it. This word divisive seems to be gaining strength like I've never seen before. People from all walks of life seem to be getting easily triggered and are saying whatever they want, however they want, especially on this platform. You can say something like, the grass is green, and somebody will be, oh, no, it's not. Over here, the grass is not green, you daggone idiot. And I mean, they'll use a lot of curse words, derogatory words. And it just triggers people. And when it triggers people, then they go back and forth. I mean, if you go on Twitter, you go on some YouTube channels, it is crazy. I only use YouTube and channel to promote my channel to do stuff like this. I don't stay on Twitter, that craziness. I don't get into all that mess. I use Twitter as a form of notification. Hey, Comic Chat's going on at such time. Please come and catch this channel. I'm trying to become the Mr. Glasses Half Full. Times in my life I've been Mr. Glass Half Empty, but now I'm trying to be Mr. Glass Half Full, and I'm trying to do positivity. I'm trying to narrow that gap of divisiveness. I'll give you a prime example. The movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I think is an awesome movie, was made to continue the story of the first Black Panther as well as pay tribute to the late Chadwick Boseman. Well, it seems to be doing the opposite, because there are so many demographics, and if you care to look, I can show you demographics with people that doesn't look like me on there just making all kind of racial and disrespectful comments. It's really sad. They're saying disrespectful things and racist things about the movie that is beyond a rational person's belief, in my opinion. Even my demographic is divided in making what should be a movie that brings our demographic, the black community demographic, together, in my opinion, is making some of us not even want it. I've seen people, when they hear it, and with such ferocity and venom that they had for it, they don't even want to see it. I've heard that many people say that, and that translates to life. Sometimes you can be talking about something, and this person will have so much energy, so much negative energy, and try to beat you over the head to change your point of views to go to his side, that it just causes you to go further apart. It makes that line even more wider, and it divides even more. And there doesn't seem to be any remedy for getting us closer apart. The only remedy, in my opinion, is prayer, or somebody got to have enough common sense to say, look, we got to get on the same page. Or we may, or say this, I love saying this, let's agree to disagree, but it's not worth our friendship. It's not worth a father losing a child, or a mother losing a child, or a brother not talking to her brother, or a sister not talking to her sister, or whatever the scenario may be, whatever the dynamic may be. It's not worth it. So, there are ways you can combat divisiveness, but you have to first identify it. Once you identify it, then you got to make reasonable, intelligent steps to get it fixed. And it's going to be compromised. You're going to have to compromise. It can't always be your way. It can't always be the other person's way. You have to find a happy medium when there is something that is dividing, truly dividing, a culture truly dividing, a department truly dividing, a church. I've seen churches divided, and that can be totally a war zone. You wouldn't think of it is, but yes. So that preacher or that shepherd of that church has a lot to deal with, a lot of things to juggle. If you're a professional like me, I'm a high-ranking official in my sheriff's office, and I have a lot of different personalities, a lot of different feelings to juggle, and I try to have to make sure that I'm looking at all sides of the situation and make sure I'm trying to do something that's fair for everybody. Got to find that happy medium, because if you get your sheriff's office divided, or your police department divided, or your office divided, your church divided, your classroom divided if you're a teacher, your medical staff if you're a doctor, your attorneys, your legal staff if you're an attorney, that can cause additional headaches on top of what you're already dealing with in your normal day-to-day practices. So you got to make sure, if you start seeing a line being drawn, you got to make sure you get there and make sure that you get that corrected before the divide is too much to repair. I use this movie as an example because it seems that we are so divisive at times. It is coming to the point where we're hearing other person's point of view, that hearing the other person's point of view won't even happen, because they get so frustrated and so like, I don't even want to deal with it. So instead of trying to talk and rationalize it out or speak on it, They just rather not be bothered. I'm guilty of that. When I see somebody that I'm trying to talk to in a rational manner and trying to make intelligent points and key things, say, look, it might be this, this, and this, and they just steady on whatever they're on and not even trying to hear me. They listen, but they're not hearing. And sometimes it's not even worth it. And that's something we all got to work on, because if it's something that you care about or it's something that you're trying to change, then being consistent is something that you got to have to make that change. Because contrary to popular belief, things don't work just like that. God doesn't work just like that unless he wants to. If you don't want to, then he's going to let stuff simmer. If you read the Bible, God let things simmer for a long time until he was ready to take action. So just because we're ready for something to happen, it may not be on God's time. That's the only time that's really important. So it is coming to a point where hearing the other person's point of view won't even happen. And it really makes me have concern that the enemy, we know who the enemy is, good old Satan, is winning it. And if we don't wake up and realize this, it's going to be too late. In a world where technology and information sharing and access to knowledge should make us more united, in some cases it's making us the very opposite. It's making us the very opposite. There is a quote, a scripture in Ecclesiastes, 1st chapter, 17th, 18th, the King James Version. And it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and with that increases knowledge, increases sorrow." Now, I first heard this movie, this line in a movie called Renaissance Man, starring Danny DeVito. And then one of the characters was saying, like, he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. And I was like, that always stuck with me. And that movie's, I guarantee you, 20-something years old. And I was like, that don't really make sense. The more knowledge I get, then you would think I wouldn't be sorry, because I know more now, so I can see stuff. But you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have wisdom, then that knowledge sometimes is worth a $3 bill. It ain't worth nothing. So in addition to having knowledge, you gotta have wisdom. Have wisdom, know how to use that knowledge. And sometimes by having wisdom, then that makes things that seems there's going to be a divide in the church, in the family, in the law office, in the doctor's office, in whatever profession, whatever aspect of your life. By having wisdom, and every morning I pray for wisdom. Lord, please increase my wisdom. Let me make decisions that will help my family, help my profession, help my church, help my community. I want to be wise as much as possible. So that's what I'm praying for. And if you have wisdom, when the knowledge comes, you're going to know how to use it. Those right there there's a word today, divisive. This country is very divisive. This world is divisive. So we got to make sure to get on the right track, get back where we can talk to one another, we can break bread with one another, that we can do things together and stop being divided. Stop letting somebody else from the outside divide us. It makes no sense if I would have let my friend, we've been friends for 20-something years, he likes a particular person in politics, I don't. It makes no sense to destroy or let our friendship go to the wayside because this person is saying ABC 1, 2, 3, and I don't like what he's saying, but my friend likes what he's saying, or vice versa, and we let that affect us. I can look at him and say, look, I just don't. I'm not feeling that person, but if you feel him, that's fine. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to agree. We can to agree to disagree. I'm not going to stop caring about you. You're not going to stop being my friend, and that's what we choose to do. And I think if more people do that, then we definitely would be that much better as a people, as Christians, as whatever category you're in. I think we'd be that much better. So tell me, did you like what I'm saying today? Did you think the word of the day was pretty cool? Did you like the quote of the day? Please leave a comment. Any comments you leave, I will definitely read, and I will definitely respond back to you. And I definitely appreciate each and every one of you that follow me here. Tomorrow you can expect another word of the day, a new word of the day, and a new quote of the day. And I will do that every day, Monday through Friday, every day at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will release it. So until tomorrow, take it easy. I hope you have a safe day, a blessed day, and peace.